Hello, boys and girls. Mr. Raker here, and we are going to learn the harvest song this week. And as you can see, the words are very few on the screen, but they're a lot of fun to sing. I'm going to show off one of my new instruments. The fine arts department bought a whole bunch of new instruments, and this is one of them. This is our new glockenspiel, and glockenspiel is a metal instrument. The bars are made out of metal, so we call it a metal instrument, and it sounds like this. So very sparkly, twinkly kind of sound. I love this instrument, and I'm going to use this to help us hear the notes that we're supposed to sing. So let me go ahead and sing and play. I hope you can hear the glockenspiel and my voice. 1, 2, here I go. Leaves are now turning, the fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool, the harvest has begun. All right, so as you heard, the harvest season is the time of year when we gather our fruits and vegetables and all kinds of other things that are growing in the fields. And then next week we'll have a little Thanksgiving meal, or maybe a big Thanksgiving feast. All right, so that's all. That's kind of why we celebrate Thanksgiving at this time of year, because the harvest is happening, and harvest means to gather all your growing stuff. All right, so let me sing it again. 1, 2, here I go. Leaves are now turning, the fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool, the harvest has begun. All right, so be my echo. Repeat after me. 1, 2, Mr. Raker first. Leaves are now turning. The fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool. The harvest has begun. Let's do 2 lines. Repeat after me. Mr. Raker first, then you. 1, 2, here I go. Leaves are now turning. The fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool. The harvest has begun. Let's do that one more time. I know there's a lot of jumps in this. The melody's kind of over a wide range of notes. So let's go ahead and do that one again. 2 lines, repeat after me. Oh, there's our bell. It's almost time for dismissal. 1, 2, Mr. Raker first. Leaves are now turning. The fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool. The harvest has begun. Whole song, me first, then you. And make sure you are matching the notes on the glockenspiel. Don't match my voice. As I go around the school, I hear a lot of people singing too low, and that makes me think you're trying to match my voice. Don't match my voice. Match the glockenspiel. All right? Whole song, me first, then you. 1, 2, Mr. Raker first. Leaves are now turning. The fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool. The harvest has begun. Your turn. Did you get it? Let's do it one more time. Mr. Raker first, then you. Leaves are now turning. The fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool. The harvest has begun. Your turn. All right, I think we're getting there. But now what I want to do is, as you sing this, I want to get a beat going. And what I want you to do is pat, clap, pat, clap, pat, clap, pat, clap. I got a little beat going. I hope you can hear it through this microphone. So just do this with me. Pat, clap, pat, clap, pat, clap, clap, pat, clap, pat, clap, pat, clap, pat. Let's sing it with these hands. Keep them going. 1, 2, ready, sing. Leaves are now turning, the fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool, the harvest has begun. Did I keep my note? Ooh, I actually got a little high. Leaves are now turning. Pat, clap. 1, 2, here we go. Leaves are now turning. The fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool. The harvest has begun. Keep it going. One more time. Leaves are now turning. The fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool. The harvest has begun. And the reason why I'm doing this is because we're going to get rid of the glockenspiel, except at least a little bit out of the way. And we are going to now add in a ball. So at this point, you should press pause if you're at home or if you're Mr. Raker in the classroom and get a ball that will bounce, all right? Because we're going to bounce to the steady beat. All right, we're just going to practice that for a while. All right. And so pause, go get a ball. All right, so you should be back now, having paused it and gotten a ball that will bounce. It doesn't matter what size. I have a nice big one that I borrowed from the coaches. You can use a little one. I have little ones like these little racket balls for the people who are in school. But whatever you have at home, tennis ball, racket ball, bouncy ball, beach ball, anything that will bounce is great. All right, now let's just practice for a little bit. Bouncing to the steady beat, and it's going to be bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch, like this. Bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch. All right, let's just practice that a little bit more. 1, 2, ready, go. Bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch. Now make sure that when you are bouncing, you're bouncing it under control. Notice how it's not going above my head. I'm not dropping it. It's not going so high that it's hitting the ceiling or hitting any of my friends. All right, you shouldn't be doing any of that stuff either. Just bounce it nice and easy for you to catch it. And since I have a big ball, I'm using 2 hands. If you're using a little ball like a tennis ball or this racket ball, you can do 1 hand. All right, either way, just as long as you're able to catch it. 1, 2, ready, go. Bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce. Are you bouncing with me? Practice, just practice bouncing with that beat. And stop. Whoa. I took my earphones off there. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add back in our singing of this while keeping steady beat. So you got to do 2 things at the same time. All right, can you do it? Is it blowing your mind? All right, I hope so. That's what we like to do in music class. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, sing and go. Leaves are now turning, the fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool, the harvest has begun. And keep the bounce catch going. Bounce catch, bounce catch. 1, 2, here we go. Leaves are now turning, the fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool, the harvest has begun. One more time. Leaves are now turning, the fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool, the harvest has begun. Now, do you see how, if you can hear the beat coming from my phone over here, it's kind of soft in my ears, but I hope it's louder for you. If you notice, I'm throwing the ball a little bit earlier than the beat so that it hits right on the beat. Sometimes I see people kind of switching it around or catching it on the beat. You want to bounce it so that it hits the floor. Beat, beat, beat. All right, bounce, catch, not the other way around. It's not catch, bounce, catch, bounce. All right, try it again. Let's just get the bounce catching going. 1, 2, here we go. bounce, catch, 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 bounce, catch. 1, 2, here we go. Leaves are now turning, the fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool, the harvest has begun. All right, now I'm going to do another challenge. This is more like a PE challenge, but we're doing it to music, so it counts as a music challenge. I'm going to pick up my little ball because I'm going to use one hand, and now I'm only going to use my right hand. So this is your challenge. Bounce it and catch it using only your right hand. 1, 2, here we go. Leaves are now turning, the fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool, the harvest has begun. See how I'm kind of catching it from above so that I can throw it right away? And it's happening real smooth and easy. All right, that's what I want you to do. Let's try it again. Right-handed. 1, 2, here we go. Leaves are now turning, the fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool, the harvest has begun. Now I'm going to go left-handed. Switch hands. Most of you, this will be tougher. 1, 2, ready, sing. Leaves are now turning, the fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool, the harvest has begun. Let's just keep that going left-handed. Keep that bounce, bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch. 1, 2, here we go. Leaves are now turning, the fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool, the harvest has begun. All right, now last and final challenge. If you get this, then you are an expert ball bouncer. So good job. What I want to do is alternate hands. So I'm going to bounce it with my right hand, throw it right-handed, catch it left-handed, then catch left, throw left-handed, catch right. Switch hands. 1, 2, here we go. Leaves are now turned. Actually, you know what? Let's just practice. Practice alternating hands, keeping that beat. One thing at a time. We'll add it in later. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, sing. Leaves are now turning, the fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool, the harvest has begun. Keep it going, keep the beat. 1, 2, sing one last time. Leaves are now turning, the fruit has been gathered. Early morning air is cool, the harvest has begun. Ready and stop. Hold your ball still. If you have one of my balls at school, give it back to Mr. Egger. If you are at home, do whatever you do with your ball. Stick it away in the closet or whatever. All right, I'm going to shut this off. And all right, I'm going to say goodbye. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. Bye.